Gotta grab my Ultra Ball and the pineapple berry.
And well, wow, man, that was quick.
You like that? That was fast. Right back into it, baby.
Welcome to episode 53 of Ripping the Rack podcast, officially season 2 of Ripping the Rack.
Season 2
podcast. Yes.
Yes.
Season 2. We have been picked up for another season. Shockingly.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I figured the producers
apparently a free service likes an amateur hour shit. So, welcome to episode 53. I am one of your co-hosts or tri-hosts. My name is Tim. With me today, we're going to go with the guy on the right on my screen, Marky Pins. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, fellas? Good to be here. Gonna look forward. Let's rip some racks.
Let's rip it.
Can we do that in a Skype call? Can we rip racks?
I think we can.
Why not?
Okay.
I'm the third leg this week, Brian, congratulations. You are now a third leg. One Mr. Brian Ather.
Miracles happen all the time. What's going on, everybody? How you doing?
Miracles happen all the time.
Yeah, no shit, miracles happen. So
the champ is here.
The sheriff is dang.
Oh,
I'll say it. Fuck it. Congratulations to Tim, who is your state scratch champion this year. He finally got his elimination title.
Thank you.
No more shit can be given to Timmy.
Oh no,
they'll
find something.
He's short and he's better than you. Get over it.
Oh, thank you, and congratulations, obviously, to Shannon Scribner as well.
Yes, Scribner. I apologize that I mispronounced her name all day. It is a word that I can't really pronounce all that well. SH sounds get to me. Yes, so I apologize.
It's SC, so it's not SH. But
how are you saying it?
Scrib.
He says
I have to think about it.
So he says, and I know what it is. It's because it goes from Shannon Scribner.
Yeah.
And in his head, it's Shannon SH straight to another SH instead of SC.
It's a speech pattern. If I slow down and think about it, I can do it.
So no, congratulations.
It's like how some people pronounce like girlfriend and she's booga, and they have to like really stop and think about like girl and burger.
You know, the one that gets me is when I hear people, my wife does it all the time and I laugh at her. She calls it an ambulance. It's an ambulance. It's not an ambulance. She goes, no, that's what I said. And I'm like, no, it's not. That's funny.
Or like people say milk.
Milk.
Yeah, I'd like to milk, please.
Or palo.
I never heard that one.
I never heard that one.
I never heard that
palo.
one.
So anyway, we obviously are talking. We're going to talk briefly about this weekend. The Maine State Candlepin Bowls Association had their annual scratch elimination tournament. Annual to do. I think I was trying for, I don't know, the 20-something time because I've obviously taken a few years off here and there. Down at Sammy's Entertainment Center in Waldoboro, Maine, formerly DePatsy's. They did a great job. You know, few hiccups here and there. It's a small house. It's an 8-lane house. You know, yes, there was a few hiccups. It's a tough house. It's all synthetic. It can sometimes be difficult to slide. And yes, the pinfall can be tough.
Atrocious.
It's a very honest house. If you're full, you punch. It puts a premium on picking pins and hitting the pocket.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make a 2-1. Pick the 2, pick the 1, get a 10, and when you get an 8 break that's together, make it.
You better take advantage of it.
Can't miss those places like that at all.
So I can't remember right off the top of my head the women's semifinals on Saturday. If I'm not mistaken, it was
I believe
Judy
it was Judy Bowden. Yeah.
Bowled against Shannon. And By the way, congratulations to Judy for making it to the semifinals on a really, really, really bad knee, to a point where she is now taking some time off to have total knee replacement. So
wow, best of luck with that. Hope
Yep.
she has best of luck. Fast recovery.
Hall of Famer. So
yep.
Very
yes,
much
take
so.
care.
Yes.
Yeah, she certainly made a run. She almost proved me prophetic when I as a prophet when I had said last week that don't count her out. She's got the experience, and
it's true.
She made it to the semifinals. And then the other semifinal match was Erin Merrill against Vanessa Huff. And Brian, do you know the scores of those by some chance?
I don't off the top of my head. I did read them on the broadcast yesterday.
Okay.
I went through the whole bracket. Congratulations to Erin for being the runner-up as well. And Vanessa's a very underrated bowler. She won the women's handicap singles this year. She's always in both runnings for both of the scratching and the handicap. She's always bowls good in the Can-Am. She's a very, very under talked about bowler.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. She made a good run up there, over there at Sammy's. The women's match, we can talk about that real briefly. I can tell you it was one of the best matches I have seen in a very long time.
The swings.
Erin got down quick. Shannon really came out strong.
Erin was down
really struggled.
She was down about 55 pins after 3 strings.
Yep, and I think she got down as much as 70 sometime during the 4th string, and then
it was about
clicked.
the 6th box of the 4th string. I asked her, she had come over and she was just, looking. I go, what'd you do? And she goes, I moved up about 2 inches and I stayed down and I started hitting the head pin.
Yeah, and she made a great run. Actually took the lead by, she got up by almost 20 or 25 in the 8th string, I think. And then all of a sudden, Shannon's just kind of made the decision that
extra gear.
Yep. She was like, I'm not going out this way. And
most cold-blooded moment I've ever seen is Shannon is down 1 with a ball going into the last 5 boxes, and she throws a missile, and there is no motion. She throws a missile, pushes the button.
Yeah.
She just took a 9-pin lead in the state final and just pushed the button and grabbed the next ball.
Never
Good
got
girl.
excited.
Cold-blooded.
Just cold.
Cold-blooded.
Because I can tell you right now, and I can probably speak for both of you two,
Adam Melanson said he'd have gone through the roof.
all 3 of us would have gotten, because we are animated.
Fact.
There's no doubt about it. We are
Right.
animated when we're bowling in a match, in a state, world, money match, whatever. I'm not talking about your league bowling, something like that.
No, right. When it matters a lot more. And that's the scary part, that Shannon did that with how young she is and how little experience she has bowling on this major of a stage.
Yep.
She drops a bomb to take a lead with 4 boxes left to go, and she's just like RoboCop. Just pushes the button, no look on her face, just straightforward, just knowing she's going to come and eat the next rack alive. That is one of those veteran moves that somebody in the game for 15 or 20 years does, not somebody who's barely 20.
Yep.
That is amazing point.
That's her 4th, I believe. I think that's her 4th state title. I do believe.
The eliminations?
I believe it is.
I think it was her 3rd. I mean, it could be 3rd or 4th. I don't care. She's 20.
Regardless,
1 or
that's
22.
still ridiculous.
I mean, that's huge. I'll tell you right now, in the state of Maine, there are 3 women bowlers that I would put at the top right now. And that would be Amanda Carroll, Shannon Scribner, and probably Brooke Anton, or Brooke Betteridge. Now, granted, I haven't seen Brooke or Amanda bowl in quite some time because of COVID and whatnot.
And families and kids.
And family and granted, Brooke, she's a new mom and everything else. So Shannon has...
I think you got to put Erin up there though too after this weekend.
I'm not saying anything about that. Look, I've bowled with Erin for years, And everybody knows that I've bowled with Erin for years. In like
she
the
could have
international mixed
folded
doubles.
easily after that 3 strings and being down 50 plus spins.
You know what though? She did what I expected her to do, and I hate to say it that way because
She
I
got pissed off and figured it out.
She does that. She has that innate ability to pull a second gear in playoffs. I've seen it in the internet. She and I have won the international mixed doubles before. She carried my ass in the playoffs. And she'll tell you, Tim, just get me to the playoffs. So she told me that. She goes, I'll carry you once we...
She told Jeff Lapierre that the 2 times they won the Can-Am.
Yep. Just get me to the playoffs. And I think Erin has potential. She's young enough.
Yep.
And she still loves the game, that she could be one of the best women bowlers in the state of Maine. Okay. I'm saying right now, if you told me 3 bowlers, I would give you the 3 I just gave you.
And I'm not saying you're wrong by any means.
No, I know. But I just want to be clear about that I say this about Erin because I have had the pleasure of bowling with her enough in enough tournaments that I know what she's capable of doing. And I've tried to get her to believe in herself for many, many years. And I think she's now to that point where she is believing in herself. And I got to tell you, it was fun to watch.
I mean, she had a run of 4 strings where she was I think the 5 strings right around going into the halfway through the 4th. So from the 5th on, or from the 4th to about the 8th or 9th, she was 122, 121, 122, 124. Just
yep.
And even if she wasn't close to 20, then she'd go spare strike to end a string, and look, 20.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, she. I was very impressed with her. I think. I think bowling has some potential in the state of Maine for the women. Vanessa Christie Hapworth, again, another young bowler. Young. I mean, I don't know how old Christie is. Mid-late 20s, early 30s, maybe.
She's a lawyer.
Yeah, she's smart as hell.
Yeah, she is.
And she's funny though. She
should
really
be on
funny.
every grievance committee by default.
She should be because she is an attorney.
Yes.
As a lawyer, yeah, you've kind of been, grandmothered, I guess, into that particular category.
Yeah. On the men's side, it kind of played out the way I think most people thought it might play out when you got to the semifinals. Your number 1 seed, your number 2 seed, your number 3 seed, and Marc beat Cole in the quarterfinals. Cole was a 4 seed, Marc was a 5 seed.
And Cole struggles at a place like that doesn't favor faster mixer ball.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit. I bowled Matt in the quarterfinals, Matt Huff. Matt struggled.
Long ride for Matt, too.
He's a good bowler, and he bowled well. The thing is, he bowled well the match before. He bowled Zach Skinner. He bowled well, got the win, came over, and
7 and 8 are hard.
7 and 8
You know what I don't like about 7 and 8? When you're on 8, there's a hallway literally right next to you. It's not a solid wall like most alleys are, where you just stand, wall right next to me. No, they have a cutout until you get to the foul line. So literally people could just walk by you as you're delivering the ball.
Oh, I hate that. It was like that up at Fairlanes up in Moncton when we were bowling the Worlds up there.
Yeah.
Lane 24.
If you were on lane 24, it was just all open to the side.
And people would sit there like this.
They would. And they'd be like, you're like, right here.
Can you
and
back
their
up?
face is like 4 feet this way. It's like if they
It's
breathe,
weird.
they sneeze to be all over you.
Yeah.
But you couldn't see them coming up the hall until it was like too late, and then somebody just pops their face out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks. That sucks.
Matt's a good bowler, and I think we all know Matt's a good bowler from the Worlds. He's a world singles champion. He struggled. I don't know. I couldn't tell you the score. I have no idea what the scores were in my match with him. I was around 620, I think. I'm not sure what Matt was. I just know he struggled. He punched, and when he didn't punch, he left a lot of 2-1s and a lot of just not good breaks.
If you listen to the broadcast yesterday that Kobe and I did, by the way, thank you, Kobe Carrier, for doing commentary with me yesterday. The word of the day was yuck.
Oh, on Saturday?
Oh, no, Sunday. It just all day Sunday for you guys. The word of the day was yuck. It was like, because even you were making the 2-1s. You know, you were making good cut shots. But at one point, I think Shannon, or you took the 1-8 at one point, and then Shannon left the
that was
5. Fun. She left the 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 off the head pin.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly. Yuck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like the inverted 2-2, and then the 1 over here.
So, Marc Smith had a really fun match. He had a 1-pinner against
Doug.
Against is Doug his nephew or his cousin? Nephew, I think. Cousin? I don't know.
They are related.
Doug threw a spare in the 10th box. Needed 7 to tie, 8 to win, 8 to tie, 9 to win. Put 7, lost by 1.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You can't do any more. What more can you do when you have the ball in your hand? Rail the pocket. Oh my God.
And then
them is bad breaks right there.
In the semifinals for the guys, it was Marc Smith and myself, and then you had Marc Carrier and Chris Merrill bowling each other. And Chris came out hot. Chris threw 390 something his first 3, 396 or something like that. I know it was up around 400 because we were kind of laughing and saying, Jesus, that might be the lane record for the house or something like that. Just joking because, again, tough house. Yeah. Very honest house. Let's put it that way. I don't want to say tough house.
The high single is 193. I do know that. It's Sean Murphy.
Yes.
And he followed it. That was following up an 89.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Marc was down 40 in the, I can't remember if it was a 4th or 5th string, and Marc threw a massive triple at Chris. And the lead went from 40 to Marc being up 10 or 20. And then he just carried the lead the rest of the way. I think Marc was right around 650.
Yeah, he was 654, I think.
So, yeah. And Marc Smith and I was 648, 650.
Yeah. He was 578, something like that.
So, and then, yesterday happened.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a blur to me, I'll be honest. I definitely wanted this. I mean, let's face it. It's the last thing that I haven't won, really. So it was certainly special, and being able to say that I've won it when so many times I've come close, and so many times I've, I'd like to say that I never lost one, that I got beat, and I'm okay with that. That means someone earned it. Mm-hmm. That's kind of my mantra, is just make them earn it.
Well, you've had 3 1400s thrown against you in a state final.
No, not in the state final.
Oh.
I had one. Ray Doobie went 1390 in the state final at Westport, which is like going 1500 anywhere else.
Oh my God. Oh,
yeah.
Westport. I just got to chill up the back of my spine.
I set the lane record Westport the day before there with 1340 in the semifinals the year that I made the finals down there. I went 1340 and set the lane record.
My God. The
next day, Ray Doobie comes out and goes 1390 something against me. I went 13. I was like 1290, 1300 in my match.
Right. Still a great day. Nothing wrong with averaging $130, especially at Westport.
Oh yeah, got my ass kicked. Jim Singleton went 14-50 against me at Vacation Land in the eliminations. That was in the quarterfinals or
that's
semifinals.
almost fun to watch. Like, if someone going
no,
14,
it's really
50,
there's honestly nothing about that was fun to watch.
No, unless you're the guy who it's going against their face of. Yes.
Nothing, because I was 1280 or 1290 and I lost by 170 pins. I mean,
hey, I was bowling in I guess it's different. It's not like a heads up match, but I mean, I got to bowl beside Sargi when he went 808 in Newport, and that was in that 5-string total, and then they paid out at the end. You could bowl as many times as you want.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun to watch. Somebody clipping it at 160, that's a lot of fun.
It is. It is. Not when it's being done against you, but
No.
But
so, as far as yesterday's concerned, there were two thoughts going through my mind. One was if Marc was going to beat me, I wanted him to earn it. I didn't want to lay down. Okay. It just, and the second part was, when I got up and I was up 50, I think after 5, I know Marc's power and as far as a bowler, and I know his ability to overcome a big deficit pretty damn quick because he has that ability to.
And 50 after 5 really
is not a lot.
That huge at all.
Not
that
a
can
lot.
be erased in a half. If somebody goes up and goes banana sandwich, that can be erased very quickly.
So my only thing that I kept saying to myself was just stay with him. That's it. Just stay with him. It wasn't, I wasn't trying to do anything that I wasn't capable of doing. Like,
you just wanted to tie or win by a pin.
That was my only thing. Just stay. Yes.
Plus or minus 2 every string.
Plus or minus 2. Like, I just, and I started out pretty. I mean, I was 415 after 3. Was throwing a really good ball. Was making what I needed to make, and then adding a couple of extra shots in there. Like I made a couple of, one I can think of was I had the 3-6-10 and the 4, and I cut it over and made it.
Yeah,
nice.
That was a nice one.
Yeah.
You had the 5. You had the 5-6-10 with the plank and made that, or as we call it, the academy.
Yeah.
The academy.
I made, like, I had the 9-10 with a did have some wood. Thankfully it went, but then I started to get on the struggle bus a little bit. But like I told Brian before was...
And to Marc's credit, he was hanging in, making shitty shots, half Worcesters.
Yes.
And...
Yeah. And what I would do is I would kind of go down a rabbit hole, like, oh shit, here's a couple of bad balls in a row, bad boxes. But I'd pull myself out and I'd go like I finished one string, I was bowling like shit and went 9-pin drop picket, 9-pin drop picket, throw a hammer on it, throw a 120.
Right. Huge bail, massive momentum going into the next game. You can have a shitter going all the way through 8 boxes. Yep. You finish spare strike spare, even 2 spares. That's massive momentum going into the next game.
Yeah.
And we all know what it feels like, though, to constantly bowl trying to save a string. Always trying to save it. Like, I need a mark here. Oh, God, I got 5 balls. Oh, I need a mark here. Oh, I need a mark here. Like, it's hard to bowl that way, though, too.
It is.
Very hard to bowl that way, yes.
Like I said, I was. Oh, by the way, the Bruins just scored to tie it up with 2:50 to go in the third.
Excellent. Excellent.
JBs.
Let's not screw it up in overtime this time, please.
Yeah, please. Looks
Although
like
they didn't
Taylor Hall.
screw it up.
They didn't. That was
that shot got deflected like 3 times against Rat.
Yeah.
There was nothing. No goalie was stopping that shot.
No, they were not.
Let's not screw it up tonight. Let's return.
Shut up, Calvin and Angela. I can.
So
hear
I'm
you
not.
Exactly.
I super stoked that I obviously that I did it. My kids have kind of made fun of me, saying, "Hey, does this mean you can retire now?" And honestly, on the ride home,
thought about it.
I contemplated just riding off in the sunset.
Why? What are you,
Hey, John,
old or
no
something?
way.
What are you, fucking old?
Dude, I hurt in places I didn't even know I could hurt.
You need an
Yeah,
Easter.
but you're not done hurting yet. You still got time. Stop
no,
it.
I'm not. I'm not.
You need an Easter
In-
too.
in-
You gotta go
in-
try and win that now.
No, I won't bowl Easter. I'm lying. Of course I will. In the words of Jordan Belfort, I'm not fucking done. I'm not fucking leaving. So no.
Who do you think you are?
Again.
I am.
You know, look,
Congratulations
it's tough.
to all
It's tough.
4 people that bowled yesterday. That was good bowling by everybody.
It's tough bowling your friends. It is.
Yeah, but they paid their money to be in the same tournament that you did.
I know.
And you friends before, and you shake hands, and you could be friends after, but during the match, bro, you're going down. Because he's thinking the same thing about you.
We all know Marc is very cold-blooded when it comes to bowling, and that's what makes him very dangerous as a singles bowler.
That's the only way you get to that elite level is if you step on the lanes and you don't care who you're bowling next to. That guy's going down.
To get to that level, you're gonna have to run through some of your friends.
I know, and I'll tell you the same thing I've told everyone else at times is I bowl with a chip on my shoulder. I always have.
At that level, you have to.
I always have. I always, and I don't care if I have to make something up in my mind that people are, disrespecting me or whatever. That's kind of how I motivate myself. It's kind of weird, but
it's whatever gets the adrenaline flowing.
Well, look, when you grow up in a bowling alley, like Russ Neely bought the bowling alley when I was 16 or 17 years old. And all of a sudden you have Russ Neely, Al Joy, Ray Doobie, Matt Rich,
Nate.
Nate, Eben Hobbs. I mean, you've got in a 14-lane bowling alley, you had 8 guys averaging 120 plus. And when you are, I got to a point where I was the number 1 seed in the state. Okay, I was beating Russ, I was beating AJ, and I still wasn't good enough to make the men's team in my house. I bowled with a chip on my shoulder. Always, never forgot that.
Tackling fuel.
Tackling fuel.
That's tackling fuel.
So
need your tackling fuel.
Brian, I'll let you did commentary yesterday. Why don't you talk for just a minute or two about what you saw, things like that, and then let's move on to some questions. And
I thought the better match was the women's match.
Well, yeah.
It was, a single pin match going into the last 5 boxes. It had 2 lead changes. It had big comebacks on both sides. So big shout out to Shannon and Erin. Awesome bowling. I'm glad Tim got his. Marc struggled. Marc had a rough day. He couldn't get pins to carry. And then when he wasn't hitting the head pin, he wasn't getting any breaks either. So it's tough when no luck is going your way. Yep. Throw a couple of equipment malfunctions in there. You can't slide a couple times, and that gets in your head. So congratulations to everybody, and it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed doing the commentary.
Isn't it fun doing commentary on matches?
It is, yeah.
And if you're not in it, it is such a blast to sit back and just be the one calling it for those who are listening to it. It is so much fun. So much fun.
It is.
Yes. I enjoy, like when Brian and I have done the ladder matches at Stars and Strikes, I've enjoyed it. Matter of fact, I might actually enjoy that more than I enjoyed that bowling in the ladder matches and stuff. Yesterday, I'm glad I was one bowling. I'll put it that. And I don't mean it in any other way other than.
Could you hear us at all, or were we tucked back far enough where?
I'd hear you every once in a while, but
I liked that setup we had. Honestly, being back there, and
I have always, and this is something Ross taught me a long, long time ago, was I've always had the ability to tune out what's happening behind me or next to me. And Brian, you've seen it. I know sometimes you'll look at me like, how the hell did you not see that shot I just had? and I'll be like,
it wasn't my pins. I don't know what to tell you.
But here's the shitty thing about Tim is even if he did see it, if I'm bowling him, he's not gonna tell me he saw it.
Well, that's a buddy. That's what. Again, that's what the meme says. That's what heroes do.
So anyway, again, the last thing I'll say is congratulations, Shannon. I know Shannon and Erin and myself and Marc will represent Maine in the ICBA in October. I don't know how they'll do it because, again, Mass and New Hampshire are doing some funky things this year. I don't think even Mass is even doing a...
As of right now, we have no idea what's happening down here. I have not seen anything posted. There has been nothing outlined that will be a given state tournament for anything. I look forward to seeing you there because the moment that they do announce the tournament, I'm going to try to punch my own ticket to get to that ICBA. So I'll see you there, big fella.
Nice.
That's something missing off Marky's checklist.
That is one of the things also, one of the few things missing off my list. I want one of those shirts and I want that damn trophy. I don't care about the money. You can keep your money. I know people are like, oh, give me the money. You know what? You tell me there's a whole handful of money on the line. I don't bowl as well. You tell me that there's a big fat trophy I can win and keep forever. I'm still 9 years old like that in my brain. That's what I want.
Marc,
you want a belt. You want a belt.
Well, that's what I did. I won a Pro Series event a few years ago. I won $1,000 and I went and bought a WWE title belt because the money goes. The money's gone and you have no memento. I bought a title belt. It reminds me of it for the rest of my damn life.
I will tell you.
He's going to get it.
Yo, I got the sumbitch right here. This is the United States Championship. It says Maki Pins on it and absolutely everything. I made sure to show Dennis Nuzzo this a long time ago when he was doing his King of the Palace thing. And the mementos. Cool thanks, man. Yeah, it was cool.
That's cool shit.
And I decided not to do the world title thing. Everybody buys a world title. I bought the United States Championship. So I'm not the biggest guy. So. I'm the mid-card title guy.
Here's the thing. I have never, ever bowled for the money.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I've ever bowled for the money, the only time I've ever done that is when I've been in a money match. That's it. I don't bowl. Hey, look, is the money nice if you win? Sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
I don't think anybody in November bowls for money, honestly.
No, it's not about the money at the Worlds.
No.
Not even close. Put your name on the trophy. Call yourself the best team in the world that year. Yep. And you can carry that around you for the rest of your life, that you were an international champion or that you were the best that day at what you were doing when the rest of the best were in that room with you and you were the best of the best today. Not everybody has that opportunity in their life or has gotten to that level at something where they can call themselves that. So that label, that trophy, that memento, to me has meant more than any amount of money that I've ever won at any tournament.
Yeah.
Period.
Marky, I am 120% behind you on this one.
Thank you. People have called me crazy. Oh, give me the money. The hell with the trophy. Give me the money. And I'm like, all right.
Again, I'll take the money. I'm not
but when you
get home from
the casino, you get home from Encore, you get home from taking 30 of your friends out to dinner.
Okay, so
nothing but a memory.
The world's money when you win it covers your week, basically.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I've come in second twice at the Worlds and gotten $700 each time. And that's what we pay to go. Right. Let alone your food, your entertainment, your shenanigans, your beers,
hotel.
Right. All that other like side stuff that happens, your shopping, your own entertainment, your own things. That doesn't even cover
your significant others, food,
True.
Shopping, their entertainment while you're bowling.
If you're at the Worlds for the money, you are completely at the Worlds for the wrong reason.
Yes.
Absolutely.
The only way you will make any money whatsoever is if you win the tournament, and then you're only making a little bit once you factor in what you spent to get there and the food and things like that.
So like maybe the guys from McLaughlin used to make good money when they won it in Canada because number one, it was their home house. The most of them stayed in their own houses.
True.
There was no travel costs. They probably were sponsored. I'd have to have a feeling. So maybe there wasn't any.
I believe they were
entry fee.
That. Yep.
But So let's take it. Let's just say Hollett's won the knockout, right?
Couple times, I think.
So if Hollett won
so.
the knockout in Halifax and then also won the Worlds that year, I bet he netted profit that week.
Well, yes.
I mean, if you win the knockout,
you're saying the only
Yes.
way you make money is in that scenario is if you happen to live in the town it's held in.
So
it's very difficult. If you win the singles, you win $2,500. I don't know how much you get if you actually win the Worlds. The teams, I've never won it.
When we won it,
I know that. Yeah.
When we won in 2001, okay, there was 6 of us. So team money was, if you bowled the singles, you kept half your winnings and the other half went to the team.
Yep, we still do that. Most teams still
I've done
do
that in most team aspects. We've done that.
That hurt so much in 2013 when I won. I had to hand $1,250 to the team, and I was like, wait a minute, what if I just buy 50-50s and we go out to dinner twice? And the team was like, deal. And it actually hurt because I ended up spending almost $1,500 doing all that. I should have just given Marc Strangio the money. But it meant more. It was better. It made much more of a team. We went out for an extra team dinner and nobody worried about 50-50 money. It was just, it was almost like my pleasure to just
it made everybody else loose.
And then I got home and
you helped make everybody else better.
That was the idea. I got home and Melissa was like, how much of that money you still got left? And I'm like, $650 Canadian, and she's like, what the hell did you do?
So I had a good week.
We had fun.
Yeah, so the year we won, Morrison won it for the first time. So $1,250 to the team.
Yep.
I think I made, I don't know, a couple of us made it. I might have made it a couple of rounds. So, it's $50 to $100 in there as well. We won a couple of team high singles, stuff like that. So when we doled out the money at the end of the week, I think I had $2,100 or $2,200. Okay. Well, it was $600 to enter.
Yep.
And then it was the food for the week. Now, granted, Charlie paid for one night because that's what Charlie did back then.
I loved keg night.
Yep.
Oh my God, the keg, the baseball steak. Oh, I miss it so much. I miss the keg so damn much.
I think I probably made about $1,000, maybe. Okay, but this was again 2001, and I had a wife and 3 kids at home.
But you have a picture of you and Jordan when he's little with that trophy that is worth more than all that money.
That's awesome.
I like you, Marky. I do not bowl for the money. I bowl for the titles. I want the titles. I want my name on the trophies. That's what I want. The money is cool. Great. I can tell you right now.
The money's gone.
The money for the state of Maine stuff is a joke. Like it's not. Honestly,
it's about titles at that point.
I won't even bowl. It cost me more money. I was on a winning team this year. The Maine State team title. Okay. We made $85. That's it. $85 each to win the damn thing.
And it was what?
It was 50? $60 to enter. Okay, so I made $25.
So you profited dinner at Wendy's.
I had to put gas in the car to get there. And then I lost money by winning a damn tournament. The State of Maine Association, it's a joke. But I like the titles. And that's what I bowled for.
Right.
I chuckled because Freshie yesterday wins the Outrun the Bear, that thing they had down in Millis.
I was there. I was bowling. Yep.
3 of them, 1-day tournament. They win. They made what? $2,800. It's $700 and something a person.
It was very close to that. Yes.
I won a state title. I made $400.
And there were 22 teams of 3 people in that tournament. That tournament does allow for buybacks, though.
Yep.
Here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a good more than a couple $100 that had already been bought back that went to prize money.
There is no entry into the elimination tournament. That's covered through your course of the year. There's 8 tournaments or 7 tournaments through the course of a year where money goes to this. Out of all these tournaments,
And way to
You're
go.
telling me the winner only gets $400 and the loser only gets $200 or $250?
We didn't make more than $200 when we won the singles this year, did we, Tim? You won the scratch and I won the handicap.
We made $185. 180? Call it 200. Round up.
Yeah.
I won the state singles. Brian wins the state handicap singles. Again,
and it was $65.
$65 to enter.
70 after a high single.
Now you know why I don't bowl for money. I bowl for the title.
That's really caca.
Yeah.
That's really caca.
Well, it's really weird too because you look at the dynamics. Like in Mass, they have all kinds of different kinds of tournaments, and in Maine, we just have our standard state tournaments that we've had for 55 years.
No, that's not how it goes in the States down here. No, absolutely not. You have a singles event, at least for the scratch. It's a 10-string singles. Mm-hmm. Doubles is a 5-string. There's a mixed doubles now. There's a team.
But you guys do all yours on the same weekend though, right?
Not necessarily, no.
No? Okay.
There used to be 6 or 8 dates that you could choose from, and you would just go. They used to be all at Metro Bowl down in Peabody. You would go down. All single shifts started at noon, or if you were bowling doubles or teams that day, you could start at 2 or noon, depending on what worked. They were very accommodating to the bowlers. I can't speak for the handicap tournament. I haven't bowled a handicap tournament in years. But the singles event, it was, like I said, it was singles, doubles teams, mixed doubles, mixed teams. Actually, no, there was no mixed teams because there's only a 3-man team in the scratch event. So there's not as much, but you have more dates, but they're all condensed together. They're usually like all the weekends in April and like the first weekend in May.
It's not like Maine. It's not like Maine where the first tournament says in September, and then there's one in October, and then there's one in these. Yeah.
We here in Mass, I look at that schedule and I'm like, that's cool. I like how they do that. I'm not a fan of how it's done this way because it's been done this way down here forever.
Here's what you won't like. You have to bowl with somebody out of your house.
In the doubles, I have to bowl with someone from Oakland Park. I can't bowl with who I want to bowl with.
Wait, why? Why?
Yes. You have to be out of the same house.
Got to be out of the same house. So we don't know. We've asked.
We don't know.
Your team has to be out of the same house. Your mixed team has to be out of the same house. Your mixed doubles has to be out of the same house. So for someone like us that bowls at Oakland Park,
there's like 5
that
women
last year
tournament.
Had no women. None. You couldn't bowl mixed doubles or mixed teams because you didn't have any.
Are you freaking kidding me?
No.
We had the 1 and the 2 seed in the women's handicap, and that was it. So if you didn't bowl with those 2, you didn't bowl in any mixed.
That's silly.
Yeah. I have for years advocated that if you're doing a scratch tournament, why can't you bowl with who you want to bowl?
Right. It's a scratch tournament for the state title. Who should care?
It ruined it for a long time, Mark, and I don't mean to cut in because people started loading houses.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's kind of like your NBA teams now.
Yeah.
You had all of a sudden a bunch of people bowl out of Big 20, or you had a bunch of people bowl out of Augusta, or Bangor,
Colonial,
Colonial, or something like that. It was tough. I've never advocated for same house, especially when you started losing houses, and it's like
right. That was going to be my other thing is that there's fewer houses in Maine that I believe than there are in Massachusetts. You're really strangling the cord of the people's ability to enter the tournament.
Mm-hmm. Are we at 8?
Big 20, Saco,
Sanford.
Nope, they're not in. Big 20, Saco Valley.
Wait. What? So not only do they have to be in Maine, but they also have to be in the association.
Yes.
So you've added another bottleneck to this.
Yes.
So for years, Timmy and I couldn't bowl in the States because Oakland Park wasn't in the association. So we'd have to drive an hour plus to bowl in a house in a league. And you have to bowl 30 strings a month in that house.
Not a month. 30 strings.
30 strings by the time the tournament.
30 strings a year. Minimum of 3 strings a month. So you couldn't just
in
sub
the house
once.
you bowl out of. Yeah.
Like that's a similar rule to how they were running the handicap event down here, because they're separate tournaments. They're completely separate, the handicap and the scratch. That was very similar to how they ran the handicap tournament. You had to be in a NBA house. You still didn't have to bowl with somebody. All you had to do was have a verified league average from a house that was in the association. But I could bowl for the handicap, not the scratch. Yep. The scratch is anybody can bowl with anybody as long as they do prove that they've bowled in an NBA house. Your average is irrelevant, but you have to get an average card that does prove that you do bowl a league in a Massachusetts house.
So here's what I
call that okay.
Well, I do and I don't, and let me and I'll put it this way: it's a scratch tournament,
right?
There's no handicap. So,
but if I want to give by the association,
if I want to give you my money, and I want to bowl, you're going to say no to my money because I don't bowl a league?
30 years ago, they had every right to.
Yes.
Now, with everything being so much lighter and there being less contestants and less people who would be willing to enter in, now is when they should really be laxing those rules and taking people's money, letting them enter the tournament, and then using that money that you got to A, pay those bowlers back, and B, create some damn advertisement for your association to get more people involved.
Yep. Yeah,
that's what we're missing.
Well, and this is what's hurting people too, because now we got people that are in my age group, a little younger, even, a little older too, Marky's age group. We got kids getting into elementary school now. You don't have time to bowl a league every week at night, but you got time 2 days before a tournament to go throw 10 strings and figure your shit out if you're good enough to win it. Right. And just walk in. You're hurting the people that are putting their family and their lives first, and they're dropping bowling because there's just no time.
These rules and the way things are run that way, like the way we've just discussed, worked fine for a long time up until the mid-90s during the fall off of the catastrophe that was the cancellation of the Channel 5 bowling show. Nothing has been the same since 1996. And if anybody argues that, I'm sorry, you're wrong. That was the beginning of the end of this great game in the form that it always was. The associations needed to really augment the rules to do whatever they have to do to get more people involved and reuse that money and repurpose it towards advertisement, to getting people back into the bowling alleys, to create those massive tournaments, to create those old cheesy commercials that we used to see in the 80s during Channel 5. What was the old song? They used to rock your body to the left. It's Candlepin.
It's Candlepin.
Right. They put the cheesy song behind this commercial, but it made you smile, it made you laugh, and made you go, you know what? That's pretty cool. I think I'm going to take the family bowling this Saturday. I think that's a good idea. And you expose the young ones, and you start the cycle off again. The problem is that the circle closed, and then it just stopped.
Bruins won, by the way.
Bruins just won in overtime.
Bruins won in overtime. Yes! Yes!
I knew that. I knew that almost a minute ago.
Thank you for keeping your mouth shut, because
sorry,
I
I'm on YouTube TV.
Know nothing on. Yes! Woo!
Nice.
But anyway, yes, rant over about why these things need to be augmented. We need people in the tournaments, the handicaps, the scratches. We need more. And it starts at the top. The people running the houses, we're doing our jobs, right? Especially during COVID. We got our bowlers back. Most of us got most of our bowlers back. We got our leagues off the ground. Most of us are all still open after this first year back. We need help. We need somehow, some way, people to do more than just what the house proprietors can do to get these people butts back in the seats.
I understand, Marky. I'm not a proprietor, never have been, probably never will be, because I just don't have the money. I know.
It's rough.
I know, and I get that. So I have never understood why, and I can only speak for Maine, the bowlers don't have a voice in this game. It's the Maine State Candlepin Proprietors Association.
Yes.
The proprietors are all about what's best for their business, which it should be. I understand. It is a business. You are in it to make money. You have bills to pay. mouths to feed. You need to make money. But when the decisions are made, and again, I can only speak for Maine, that alienate your bowlers, you're not going to make money. You're going to lose your business eventually.
I don't know if it's that the owners or those on the association are out of touch with the current state of the game. If they're just remembering the good old days, those aren't the days that we're living in now. I came to work today. I was here about 4 o'clock. We're usually open at 5. And I have not turned on a single lane today. I sat here by myself doing video editing on my computer for our wrestling channel. And I didn't turn on a single lane. I didn't hear a single pin crash today.
Yeah.
Not one. Not one.
And it's that time of the year.
Right.
Where you're going to be like that a lot of days.
It was 80 degrees today.
I know. I know.
And I understand, and I hope I'm getting that through, that I get the fact that as a proprietor, you need to make money.
Because National Grid, Comcast, they don't care that this is my slow time of year. They don't care.
As a bowler, I care about tournaments. I understand tournaments are not your bread and butter.
No, but they fill a void. They fill a void.
Yes. They do.
They fill a week full of sunny weather.
So we never got to questions.
No, because we got onto a very interesting topic, and
we did.
Yes.
We did. So
do you want to take one fast question before we go? Can we answer one fast question just to appease Calvin right now?
Yeah.
Just to make him happy so that he doesn't yell at us next week.
Yep. Brian, do you want to go, or do we want to do that one, or do we want to do the other one?
I don't know.
You got the question.
Oh, so the question was, what do you do as a bowler to zen yourself in a pressure moment?
I think the three of us came to the general conclusion.
We all do the same thing.
Out of sheer happenstance, right? That I escape the moment that I'm in. I start singing to myself in my own brain. If I'm in a moment, I got 5 to go, 5 boxes to go, and it's like do or die. I'm going home if I don't perform. Look, experience teaches you how to deal with those moments. But even still, the adrenaline's still flowing. The people's voices, like the white noise in the background, still going. You still hear those things, whether it's your first time or your 101st time with the ball in your hand, 9 to tie, 10 to win. It doesn't matter. It's all about as individual as the guy who has the ball in his hand. Personally, I am a huge Billy Joel fan when it comes to music. We talked about that last week on Free Funky Friday. I start singing Billy Joel's River of Dreams in my head. And I don't know why I go to River of Dreams, but maybe I do, because it's more of like an upbeat, cheerful song. The melody is cool. It gets me to bring myself down 2 or 3 levels so I don't over adrenaline the ball and try to put it through the back of the curtain. It just has a way of zenning me down so that I can keep myself focused in the moment of what I need to do and not be like, oh my God, everybody's watching. Oh my God, all right, I got to make sure I don't do this. I can't do this. Meanwhile, the whole time in my head, I'm like, I go walking in the middle of, and then I just open my eyes and I just go. Yeah. And it helps tremendously.
I know every word to We Didn't Start the Fire, but I don't think that's what you want to be singing while you're trying to throw a ball.
I've done that karaoke so many times, man. It's one of my go-to karaoke songs.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
So, being a huge music fan, I as well use music to put me in a Zen moment, as Brian calls it. I don't have a particular go-to song. I can tell you right now, if I am during league, if I'm struggling, just I can't, whatever, I'll sing the ABCs as I'm bowling. And Brian has heard me do it. He's looked over and be like, what is he doing? And in my head, I'm just, what it does is you sing that, or you sing that. I don't, Mary had a little of something just to get out of your own head and just focus on hand, arm, through. Oh, okay. You do that for a few, and then you go forward.
LMNOP, bitch. Throw a hammer.
Pressure situations, things like that. I will find myself, whatever song comes to my head. There isn't a go-to song. I can tell you yesterday, Brian saw it when I was sitting down, because they don't have seats. They have like couches. And they've got two couches.
Luxury bowling.
Luxury, yeah. They got two couches, like, so if you're bowling here.
Scoring.
Oh, sucked. Two couches, and then there's a couch like this, and I was sitting there facing the alley, and I'm sitting there just like this, just kind of watching the bowling, just singing to myself, and it's actually, I was singing From Now On from The Greatest Showman. Hugh Jackman. Great song. Love the song. Great musical. Love the musical. That just happened to be what came into my head at that moment. So I was like, just kind of forgetting about the moment and just bringing yourself to that place of peace and calm. The white noise is always, like you said, Marky, the white noise is always going to be behind you.
Right. It's something that we've just acclimated to, whether it's Tuesday Night League, whether it's a Pro Series event, or whether it's final string of the World's Knockout. You're always going to hear that buzz behind you, the machines going, the people talking, the other lanes, pins crashing.
Yep.
We could all sleep in a bowling alley, though.
Oh, dude.
Because it's just,
I could pass out, even in this bowling alley, one of the loudest places, I could pass out with 8 lanes going and 50 people in the building. I could sleep right here.
Yeah.
Doesn't even bug me.
Yeah, but and Brian has also seen it where I've bowled in league with headphones on.
I've tried that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I need to hear the everything else. I can't hear.
No, it's a little different on Thursday nights because we usually monopolize the.
Oh God, people get mad at us.
Yeah,
the jukebox.
We monopolize the jukebox. We'll throw $10
as a team.
in.
We'll put like $20 in a night as a team, and just. But like we have a bunch of like, they like Floyd and Zeppelin, and so we're playing like 11-minute live versions of songs and 14.5-minute version of Shine On You Crazy Diamond.
Yeah, but then we'll go like, well, okay, let's take this another direction. Let's go disco tonight. And we'll just start playing like
Motown.
Kung Fu fighting. And
I've done that so many times in here. Usually
Hulk Hogan, Real American, at least once a night. Rick Derringer comes on the jukebox.
A lot of times when I'd have my leagues going in here, I'd usually start the jukebox. I'd take $5 out of the register. I'd throw in the jukebox and I'd play the first batch of tunes for the night. Somebody else can throw money in after.
Yeah.
And some nights I'll be like all rock and roll. It'll be like Avenged Sevenfold, and then like 5-Finger Death Punch kind of shit. Then I'll play a whole night of nothing but Billy Joel. I remember doing one night of all disco, and I am a closet ABBA fan. I'm not gonna lie. Like I have a lot of ABBA. I love ABBA, and I play all of ABBA Gold, like from song 1 to song 12, and people are going nuts, wanting to wring my neck afterwards. I'm like, yo, it's free music. Shut up. If you want it, you can go pay more and jump the song. I don't care.
No, that's what I do though. I am a singer as well. So when I am up there and I'm in a pressure moment, I sing. But I was a theater kid in high school, so my typical our fall musical every year. So I would wake up in the morning and I would go lift before school. So at about 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd lift at the school, shower, go up, have school. We get out, we go to football practice. And after football practice, you shower, you went right upstairs into the auditorium for play practice. So when I am on the lanes, I was a jet in West Side Story. So I am singing.
When you're a jet. You're a jet.
All the way from your first cigarette to your last day.
Yeah, so that's and whatever else we like. I think the 4 musicals we did when I was in high school, my 4 years, was The Wiz, Joseph the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, West Side Story, and Bat Boy.
I always regret I never did West Side Story. I was also a theater kid
you
when
get
I
so
was
sick
younger.
of the music.
I never did West Side
Joseph,
Story.
though.
I saw Joseph. I saw Donny Osmond play Joseph when he was.
That's awesome.
When he was going through his Broadway and then off Broadway, so I saw that one in Boston.
I saw Phantom at the Wang.
Saw that one at,
Huh?
The Wang. I
saw that at the Wang. I saw Phantom at the Wang. I saw Phantom on Broadway. Saw Cats on Broadway and in Boston. I saw Fiddler on the Roof, which is one of my all-time favorites. I grew up singing, so
yeah.
My chorus for the high school, we had 130 kids in my chorus. It was a huge chorus, and we did 4 shows a year. And then I was in a group my senior year called Viking Voices, which was we were the Vikings, and you had the Vikettes and the Viking Voices, and it was a group of, I think it was 12 women, 12 guys, and we'd put a concert on within the concert. So you'd have the overall chorus, and then we'd come out and do a couple of songs. The girls would do a couple of songs. We'd do a couple together. Got to sing on stage with the Portland Symphony Orchestra with
That's
that.
Cool.
So that was fun. So I, like Brian, I tend to fall back on what I know.
Yeah.
So
singing is calming to me. I was in chorus as well in high school and made all state one year and all the plays, and it was fun. We had senior singers. So our senior year we did we had a Diamond in the Rough was our senior selection. We did a Medley Neil Diamond songs. And then my senior year, we surprised our music teacher because we had him all the way through kindergarten, and we sang him Piano Man. And I have never seen Mr. Walton openly bawl in an auditorium before.
Yeah. Yeah. So, no, that's a great question. Everybody's got their own thing they do.
Those
are
ours. That's
Tell us what you do.
Someone asked me once, why I like to bowl in that number 5 position. And I answered it that way. Was, to me, it's calming to have that.
The hopes and dreams of 4 other individuals.
The hopes and dreams of 4 individuals that they can go down in flames. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up for this week. As always.
Good show, boys.
Please.
Good show.
Send us your thoughts. Send us your, tell us what you guys do to calm yourselves down. Calvin, we know what you do. I can't say it.
He asked Julie if if everything's going to be okay, and she says yes, and to go, get his blankie, and he does, and then he cries about the Leafs.
Calm down, Calvin. Calm down.
Happy birthday, Julie, by the way.
Yes, happy birthday to our favorite lock.
Yes.
Definitely our favorite lock.
The master lock, if you will.
The master lock. So, as always, Ripping the Rack Podcast at gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook at Ripping the Rack Podcast. Like and subscribe on YouTube at Ripping the Rack Podcast. And, of course, Twitter at Ripping the Rack Podcast. And no, I'm not going there, Mackie. Don't worry about it. Brian, we're not going there. Brian's OnlyFans is almost active. He is excited to be on there.
No, it's not. Don't even start.
Brian, where else can they hear us?
They can hear us, and they can hear me murder you after this on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and wherever else you listen to podcasts.
Guys, have a great week.
Bye, everybody.